Hey, welcome back to Crafty Mama. Today is our second installment in the Cottage Garden Walk-Thru. So I'm turning out in front of the house. Some of my mint is finally coming back from transplant. I just transplanted them from my mom's yard. I brought them home in a Ziploc. Here are the irises. I do leave the dead buds on because they say that it helps create bulbs for next year. We have a little rose, and then we have our huge rose. It actually grew just from the root that we didn't actually get all the way out. I need to either tie it up or maybe try to propagate some little roses off of it because it's almost touching the porch there. Back behind that you can see my succulent little babies starting. And then we have our daylily, which should be a bright orange. It's finally created bulbs, so hopefully that will open here very shortly. We have some dianthus that is blooming, and then this hidden chicks has a lot of little babies around it. So either late evening or early morning I need to actually split those apart. We put some more mint here in this corner, and it's finally coming back as well. And then our sedum just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I actually just bought a different kind of sedum at our local Dillon's today, and we planted that out on the corner. So we have, these are big enough now that we can actually take them and move them around a little bit and get them everywhere else that I want it. Our lily, for some reason, right there is getting brown tips. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that lemon thyme, I need to get cut and get some more going because I'm drying that each week. But you can see there we have that little mint that actually came back from a mint that we grew last year. It finally popped through. There's just a few little ones. So I'm hoping that that bushes out. Those 3 daylilies did not come up at all last year when I transplanted them. They just died back. So I was really surprised when they came up this year. We have another lily there, but it doesn't have any buds on it yet. And then we have just some different sedums and stuff around. My rhubarb is looking amazing. As you can tell, I have yet, well, as of today, I have actually gotten the yellow leaves off, but in this video I hadn't. Our peas are starting to come up in the bucket, so hopefully those get big real quick and we can start trellising those. That's exciting. I do think I might actually plant a sweet potato vine in those buckets, just one, just to use as the actual vine, not to actually grow sweet potatoes, because I have probably close to 30 different slips that I've gotten rooted. So hopefully we can have the peas go up and the vines go out and make it all sorts of nice and pretty with the different greens. And if the milkweed and the butterfly vines come up along the fence, then it'll be really full. And then we have, I don't know if it's actually ornamental grass coming up or if it's just the really tall grass that we have in midst of our yard. I really like the look of it, so I'm leaving it. But it is in some of the areas where we have asparagus, so I'm hoping it doesn't wind up killing the asparagus off. So far, they're both flourishing, so I'm not too worried. That pumpkin is doing okay, but I did have to cut quite a few of the leaves off the bottom because it was really, really stressed. And we're having to make sure we do a deep water on it because there are so many roots, even after I went through and tried to fix it. That one just didn't make it. My horseradish, however, is going like crazy. I honestly kind of want to get another one or more than one just to use for the greenery because it is so pretty. And I might, honestly, if I can especially get some of the baby roots off of this one, I might go ahead and put some out maybe in the corner and over by the mailbox would be kind of cool, and just kind of start getting all of it blended in. I do think the horseradish will want some shade, so I'm not sure about that. That watermelon is perfectly happy, is never yellowed after we transplanted it. There is a little bit of like the little bitty grass. We got an asparagus there, and then that's why I wonder if it's just regular grass. Because we have little grass as well as the tall grass in there. But this asparagus, I'm just astounded. I think we got it at Tractor Supply, and we planted like 20 of them. We have some sort of flower. I have no idea what kind it is. Last year I did not label any of the plants that I planted. I know, I'm kicking myself for that. But we have a little bit of grass we need to get cleared up. The boys did that today, actually. And then this one, I really thought we were going to lose, this jack-o'-lantern. And thankfully we have not yet, and it's starting to bud. So I'm hoping, because we have so many wind blocks, I'm hoping we can get this area mulch, which will help with the dryness issue and make it a little bit easier for the pumpkins to stay watered. And then I had a random squash plant just pop up in one of my buckets. I didn't plant squash, so that's what that is. But of course, it's so small we don't see it, so half the time we wind up walking on it. I think that's what happened with a lot of the little plants we planted right along that edge, is we wound up walking on them, or they didn't get enough water or something, and they weren't happy. But see, I don't know what those are. I can't remember. So if you know, I know this one's, I know some of them, but if you know what that little spiky one is, message me down below, because I can't remember. And then we have a lot of straw around our ornamental grasses we planted last year. I'm pretty sure that's a flower, not positive. But yeah, we had straw on all of the cottage garden, and the wind, because we didn't have the wind breaks, the wind literally just made it fly everywhere. So I really like that tall grass. The pokey looking grass I'm not all that fond of. The boys went through today actually and pulled most of that out. And then we have, I think this is the Big Max, and that one is just absolutely covered. I think it's mostly just little male flowers. I didn't see any female flowers yet, but with that many, I would not be surprised if we would be getting them so soon. So and then that pumpkin is looking good as well. You can see we have already had some of the male flowers on that one bloom completely and then go ahead and start drying up. I am tempted to pull some of the squash flowers and fill them with like a meat cream cheese mixture or something, and then fry it and just see if we like it. This is another one of our ornamental grasses that we planted last year, and there's random trash in our yard that isn't as green as I would care for, but I'm just leaving it for now. It's kind of my mentality. I need to figure out where I'm going to put the walkways here. I was not thinking that out when I planted, so that's what I'm kind of explaining here. My audio got messed up for some reason, so that's why I'm doing a voice. And then these are my absolute favorite. I used 4x4 posts and found some different ideas online and just went to town. I have 5 on each. I have one here, and then I have one over by the stick fence. They're all hand painted. They are freehand. I didn't use any kind of stenciling or anything. Like I said, I found ideas online, and then I basically made a grid in my mind and copied it kind of like that. But you definitely could use like the pencil transfer method or something like that to be able to get it. I did spray the glow-in-the-dark spray paint only because I found some on the post. I don't think it really does anything, but it was pretty old. And I try to add little fun things to most of them. You can see the finial doesn't really touch or really work with that cap, but I had it, so I wanted to use it. I was just trying to use up different things that I had. So this is all pallet wood that we had from breaking apart the pallets to make different things. I already had the acrylic paints. I already had all the spray paints. I already had all of the clear tops. I did put a clear top on just where the painted surface is, just like a spray clear coat, I think, or something like that. I have like 4 cans and I don't know why. And then we do have a few sunflowers coming up. Haven't seen too many yet, but our corn is going quite crazy. I really did not know if it was going to work over here or not. So I'm pretty excited that, and this is, I recorded this 2 days ago. Today is the 12th. I recorded it on the 10th. And we already have probably, I don't know, 10, 15 more stalks started, so that's exciting. And then we've seen corn over there so far come up. Over here we're not seeing any sunflowers quite yet, but I'm hoping, I'm trying to keep the faith that those will come up. And we are just hand watering. We do have a drip system with soaker hoses and such that my mom gave us, that it was just old hoses and things, and I would like to get it set up on a timer, but it hasn't been a top priority, so it probably won't even happen this year. It might not happen until next year, I don't know. And we just haven't moved those rocks is what I'm saying there. We put it on there so that we knew that edge was taken care of, so it wasn't going to be in the way for the mower. And then we got the rest of the fence done, and we just haven't finished. And then this watermelon actually already has buds on it, which is amazing to me, because usually it's like the 1st of July for some reason, before we actually get buds. So I've been surprised, I've been disappointed, I've been impressed. This year, this garden, both of my gardens have just kind of been a little odd, I think. We started using our pallet wood and making walkways in front of my mom's garden. And then we actually just finished those today. And next weekend, it's Father's Day, we might do stuff Friday night and Saturday. If not, we'll wait until the following weekend and start getting ours. But you can kind of see we do have a few sunflowers starting. We have the mammoth ones that we planted, but we also have some white petals with dark red centers, as well as I think all red ones. I can't remember for sure. And I don't think we saw any cucamelons. They have not come up yet. I need to come out and weed this area for sure, because the cucamelons do not like competition. And then we did plant different like morning glories and butterfly vines and that kind of thing. And so far, from what I can tell, we only have a couple. We do have quite a bit of clover on our property, but it doesn't bother me. I really kind of like it. It adds a little bit of yellow. And so I just leave it as long as it's not causing an issue. Then we have, once again, we're looking for the morning glories and the milkweed and that kind of a thing. And I'm blinding you. But you can see a few of the corn over on that side has finally started popping through. We did not mow this area down, and so I think it's having to fight quite a bit with the grass. I am hoping, my plan is to either take all of that thinner stuff up or figure out a way of maybe doing a little bit differently, or just start deep mulching, and hopefully it will help for next year. But I don't know, we'll see. It could be real fun trying to get all of those corn stalks out of the ground, because if you saw my last video with the vegetable garden, you know that there is still some corn stalks and some sunflower stalks from last year, and I keep falling over them and I need to get them pulled up, but they're kind of difficult because they got some deep roots. So, but this is another angle of the garden. This is on the east side of our house. My husband did pick up a spool for me. I have one now in the garden. I have one over here. And I have another one I think I might actually put out by the mailbox. and turn on its side and use it as a planter, and then also have our street address painted on it. Or maybe I won't paint on it. Maybe I'll use my wood burning kit. That might be kind of fun. So I haven't quite finalized all of that, but you can see this is the last one that we did. We had to make 3 more panels today to fit in, and then when we go, we'll actually attach it with the brad nailer. So yeah, that is the end of the Cottage Garden tour for the week of June 10th. Check back each week. I am trying to get them out each week and kind of show you the updates and what we've changed. Even since this video, we've changed a few things in the 2 different gardens and added some more plants. So make sure you are checking back at least each week. And like I said, leave me a comment down below if you know what those couple plants were. Because like I said, I know that it's a flower. I've seen them before, but I don't know for sure what it is. Definitely had some grass. We got all that pulled today, thankfully. Because that stuff is a pain if you let it get too much bigger than that. Alright, that's going to be it. I will talk to you guys in the next video.